First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? Curb your desire, don't set your heart on so many things and you will get what you need. The chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself, which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Where then do I look for good and evil? Not to uncontrollable externals, but within myself to the choices that are mine. Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will, then your life will flow well. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, he was ignorant of my other faults. Else he would have not mentioned these alone. That's why the philosophers warn us not to be satisfied with mere learning, but to add practice and then training. For as time passes, we forget what we learned and end up doing the opposite, and hold opinions the opposite of what we should. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Nothing, to my way of thinking, is a better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his own company. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. How does it help to make troubles heavier by bemoaning them? No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive. I judge you unfortunate because you have never lived through misfortune. You have passed through life without an opponent. No one can ever know what you are capable of, not even you. If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. The good life for man is the life spent in seeking for the good life for man, and the virtues necessary for the seeking are those which will enable us to understand what more and what else the good life for man is. It is only by participation in a rational, practice-based community that one becomes rational. Man is essentially a storytelling animal, but a teller of stories that aspire to truth. The exercise of the virtues is itself a crucial component of the good life for man. I can only answer the question, what am I to do, if I can answer the prior question of what story or stories do I find myself a part. Knowledge is no guarantee of good behavior, but ignorance is a virtual guarantee of bad behavior. To be a good human being is to have a kind of openness to the world, an ability to trust in certain things beyond your own control. As human beings, we ought to be vulnerable. We shouldn't try to say that we can be self-sufficient.